Welcome to Odie Delaney, 3-0 now, three straight finishes in one championship. This time, Mehdi Bargi was the victim. Congratulations. Massive, massive win and momentum for you. Do you feel that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was a great win. I came away with a lot of lessons, a lot of things to go back to the gym with. And man, it's even going to be better next time. No, that was great. That was a lot of fun.
Talk to us about the finish. There seemed to be a little bit confusion there with the arm lock. What happened?
So the referee yelled something really loud at me. And I knew that Mehdi was about to tap because I had that thing extended really tight. So when the referee screamed at me, I thought that he had tapped. So I kind of loosened. Thank God I didn't loosen it up completely, but I loosened it up just a little bit, and then I could tell something was wrong. So I immediately reapplied the pressure and got the sub. So luckily it didn't mess me up, but it's something to remember for next time. I didn't know that was going to happen.
So how are you feeling about your time in one championship now? Like a couple of straight submission wins. Do you feel your feet are under the table? Do you feel comfortable with the way things are going?
Yeah, absolutely. I think things are going exactly as planned. I've obviously proven that I belong here and that I'm capable of, going with any of these guys. I'm just going to keep improving, taking it one step at a time. Like I said, I've got some awesome stuff to go back to the drawing board with and to improve. But yeah, I think things are going perfectly. And honestly, as far as my mission goes with the mental health and all that, that's going really well. The social media platform is working really well. One's kind of getting behind that. And I think it's making an impact. So kind of mission complete on that front as well. So I'm very, very happy with how this is going.
Yeah. You showed off some nice striking in the first round. How did it feel to let your hands go in the circle?
It felt awesome. Honestly, I felt really good. It feels so amazing to work really, really, really hard at something and then get to kind of, let that bear fruit in the fight. That was kind of my plan the last fight, but he gave me the takedown pretty quick. But this time I got to kind of experiment with, what it felt like to be up there. And I felt great. Honestly, I didn't have any anxiety. I felt like I was in control of the striking exchanges. So yeah, that felt awesome, but I definitely have things to work on.
What surprised you the most about Bargi in the first round?
His wrestling was even better than I thought it would be. Normally when I latch onto somebody, they're going to the canvas. He had a really good foundation. He's got a lower center of gravity than me, and his back is super broad. So he was not very easy to get off balance. It wasn't very easy to turn his hips. So, it kind of felt like wrestling a tree trunk out there,
You said that your grappling was always going to be better than his. You picked out his grappling as his biggest strength. So how good did it feel to kind of stick to your word on that and prove just how good you are in that area?
It felt amazing. Yeah, I did have to make an adjustment. I was kind of thinking the rear naked choke was going to be the way that ends, but after kind of feeling him for the first time, I realized that he was going to be really hard to turn. So I kind of had to make an adjustment. After I got on top and he felt my pressure, I don't think he's ever felt pressure like that. I don't think many guys get to feel pressure like that. And I could tell that was the beginning of the end. After I started hitting some hard shots to the body and then to the head, I could feel him kind of lose spirit. I don't think he wanted to be there anymore.
If we look at the history of the sport, people love heavyweights. They love finishers as well. You seem to have it all. Do you feel like something special is going on with you in your career?
Absolutely. I think that, I think the good Lord has me exactly where I'm supposed to be at this point in time in my life. Hard work pays off. And, when you make consistent good choices every day, every moment of every day, it always benefit you. It'll always pay off in the end. So that's just what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep making good choices, keep trying to improve, stay humble, keep bringing my game up. And yeah, I think great things are going to happen with this career. It's going to be good.
You're friends with Buchecha, right? Was it nice to finally compete on the same card? What was that like?
That was amazing. I wish nothing but the best for Buchecha. Eventually me and him are going to fight, but I want it to be for a belt because I want to see him rise to the top, and I know I'm going to rise to the top. And, that'll be just a long buildup, but it'll be the biggest fight in one history, I think, when it does happen. So, I loved seeing him. Me and him share a lot of the same values. So it's just good. I consider him a friend, but yeah, one day that's going to be the biggest fight ever. It's going to be amazing.
Is it something you guys have spoken about? Because if you look at it, it is a great story. You guys have really similar records. You're both finishers. You're both great grapplers. There's a lot there to work with, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, we haven't really directly spoken about it. But I think it's kind of in passing a little bit. I think it's kind of understood between us that we both want to get to the top. I mean, when me and him fight, the thing is, I don't want to be the reason he doesn't make it to the championship level, and I don't want him to be the reason I don't make it there. And we've trained together for 2 years straight down in Coconut Creek. We know a lot of each other's tricks. So I think that we have an opportunity to build this fight up and get the whole world watching. And I think that's what'll really make that fight kind of, get the most out of it, if that makes sense.
He's had a difficult time of it in terms of opponents. I feel like he's had some of the worst luck going. So he almost doesn't want to talk about opponents. He just wants to fight anybody.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Have you had a good look around about who you like and who you'd like to fight?
Yeah, I think it's going to get easier for both of us because one is doing their best to, it seems like, recruiting heavyweights. I mean, I just talked to Duke, he just brand new heavyweight that just got signed. I mean, yeah, they're kind of padding out the heavyweight division. So I think it's going to be a more target rich environment, if you will. But yeah, I've always wanted to fight Alan Naglani. That has been kind of my dream before even coming to one. I always wanted to fight that guy. And I heard a rumor that he might be kind of unofficially retired, but man, I just don't accept it because first of all, he can't go out like that. Like his last fight, it's just not the way that he needs to retire. I think he needs to come fight somebody that actually respects him as a martial artist, who's not going to quit. It's not going to be goofy. Yeah, I want to be his last fight. If he's going to hang it up, let it be me, man. Come on, let's go.
What is it that draws you to Alan Naglani?
Man, it's a part of his personality, his presence. He's a physical specimen. He's literally a bodybuilder that can fight, but he moves like a lightweight at the same time. So he's got a lot of qualities that I kind of want to see how I stack up against. I think that could be a really interesting test for me. So really it's about development, but it's also about kind of legacy too. I mean, he's a huge name. He's kind of a household name for one. So yeah, there's multiple reasons I want to fight him. I just think it would be a really good honor fight.
Are we getting closer now to seeing heavyweight rankings? And is that something that you would like to see? Do you think it's important that we get there?
Yeah, I think it's important for the fans. It's all about fan engagement, right? And you just got to give things for fans to look up. Stats, it's all about stats, right? Everyone likes to argue stats, who's moving up the rankings, down the rankings. I think that's important. And, like I say, as one keeps padding out the heavyweight division, that's going to become easier. There's going to be enough guys to where you can do a legitimate ranking. And that'll be really fun. That'll be good.
So you're focused on an MMA world title, but your grappling is fantastic. I saw a headline that you wanted Andre Galvao in a grappling match. Is that likely? Will that distract from your primary goal? Like what's the deal with that one?
No, that won't distract from my primary goal. I mean, I focus on jiu-jitsu all the time. It's part of MMA. So it's always going to be something that I'm developing. And it could be Galvao, it could be anybody. I want to get into the jiu-jitsu circuit as well as the MMA circuit and kind of do both at the same time. I don't think it would take away from either. If anything, I think it would make me better, respectively. I think one makes the other better. So yeah, I want to do both really, really bad. This is my second submission. With one, I've proven that I can grapple. I mean, I just submitted a Iranian national champion wrestler. And if you know anything about Iranians, those guys can wrestle. They don't hand out national titles. So I think I've proven that I can hang with the best of them. Put me in there. Let me show you guys what I can do.
Well, Amir Ali Akbari is a former training partner of Mehdi and a Greco-Roman wrestling world champion as well. What are your thoughts on him? Is he a potential good next opponent for you?
Yeah, there's definitely potential there. I think Mehdi might be tougher than he is, if I'm being honest. So yeah, but yeah, we could definitely talk about that. I'm open to it. I mean, there's like I said, there's a lot more heavyweights in the division now. So yeah, it'll be fun to see who's next. Seriously though, I want Alan because I don't want to be too late. I don't want him to retire. I'll fight twice in a month if I have to. I don't care. Just let me fight that guy.
One put together a touching promo on you and your story prior to the fight. How does it feel to see your story and your message reaching far and wide? And have you found the perfect promotion for you, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. And I kind of knew before signing with one that they would be the perfect promotion. I think my values align with the CEO's values. And, just the culture of the company. I mean, I hang out with all the employees here at One, and they all kind of seem like the same, good people, just real good people about the kind of the traditional martial arts. I think, the way that I kind of grew up with it. So yeah, it's been really a blessing to be with One. And I love that they've kind of gotten behind my message. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. And it's already bearing fruit. Yeah. This morning I woke up to more messages than I could read on Instagram. People just, hey, you've inspired me. You've helped me. You've made me want to keep going. I'm talking to a young guy that's 18 in Greece right now. It's cool seeing it work. It's really cool seeing it work. And I'm really excited to see what, that side of my career, I'm really excited to see where that goes, because I think it's going to be really good, meaningful.
What did you say is the most meaningful moment in your career so far? You seem to be building highlights and memories, and everything seems to be going great.
Yeah. I mean, the fights, right? I mean, because there's a lot of media attention. I get to kind of speak out against the stigmas concerning mental health, which has been super important to me. And, I've said in previous interviews, the more that I win and I gain a bigger platform, it's just the more young people's ears that my words are going to reach. And the thing is, those impacts aren't always, 100% visible, but like there's residual impact, right? There's people I don't even know that I might have helped by just being a strong character that speaks, the truth about these things. Like, it's okay to reach out for help. You can be strong, but you can also be vulnerable. And it's not weakness to ask for help when you're in a hard time. And the more young people that hear that message, and adults even, the better. So yeah, I'm on a racetrack, man. I'm just going to keep barreling right ahead and keep doing the same thing.
Do you feel kindred in a way with somebody like Tyson Fury in boxing, who was able to get his message because he won the world titles, to be that kind of figure in MMA?
Absolutely. Yeah. I love, he's one of my favorite athletes of all time, and I love his message. He's another brother in Christ as well. We share the same faith. And he went through the dark times as well. And came out the other side, and is now he's helping change the world. Everyone knows his name. Every young guy and young girl in a gym knows who he is and what he's about and the things that he's overcome. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to follow in his example, if I'm being honest. He's kind of somebody like a role model, and I see the value in what he's doing. I'm trying to do kind of the same thing that he's doing in the MMA.
So what does the perfect end to 22 look like for you?
Man, it's a jiu-jitsu contract, because I want to start doing that. I'd like to do a camp out here. I'd like to come to Singapore and do a camp at the gym here. That would be amazing. And another fight. I mean, come on. I haven't taken any damage, so I'm healthy. I'm well trained up. I'm an American folk style wrestler, so I don't need breaks. I'll be right back training the second I land home. So let's go, man.
What a night. Another beautiful win for you. Lovely to speak to you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.